All right. Now moving on to a little bit of the future of the game. I think some of the videos that you've put out recently that really grabbed my attention is the speculation on these May and June tunes. I'm with you on Jedi Luke. This new gameplay mode sounds awesome as well. I'd like to know a little bit more about what that could potentially be. I know you released a video on it, but would you mind going into that a little bit more and telling us what your thoughts are and what could be coming soon?
Yeah, so what we currently already know, there's been issues with the tournaments, and from a player point of view, the tournaments had like cheaters in them. I don't know how much confirmed or what ever been said on the other side, but and then it has been something that the community has brought up many times, and it could stem with the game actually being offline game modes, or you play a game mode, you can like you can in the Rancor raid or any raids, you can do your airplane mode. So I think, me personally, a good way to kind of hit two birds with one stone would be to address that current issue and bring out live PvP. Because live PvP, and this would just be the game mode. We're not talking about the arena being a live PvP. They could change some aspects to it where it is live and needs a constant internet connection throughout the kind of like arena battle. But it would be a separate game mode where you can then search through the global server, take a team in, go against other teams, try out different things, or even ally versus ally if it was a offline game mode. There's endless possibilities, and the one I would want to see the most is a live PvP where I could then say, for example, challenge Warrior. Me and Warrior can just have a laugh at doing a turn-based chess match with our characters, and I think that would be amazing. That would bring so much kind of like to the game that it currently doesn't have, where you're able to just then go in, play these matches, use these characters that you've got, try different things. And the best thing about it is in the arena, because the arena, you've got the AI controlling the defense, but everyone would say that resistance are bad on defense, but they're good on attack. But how would it be with that resistance team? You take it against a first order team and you have a turn-based typing, and that would be amazing because it doesn't then necessarily mean that they're a weak team, because you could use them in this game mode and you could dominate the game mode with a resistance team or even a first order team where you wouldn't, as fact, dominate the entire arena because the AI is controlling your team. But if you're controlling it by a step-by-step basis, a chess match between mano a mano, I think that would be the best concept that anyone could put into a game like that.
I completely agree. I think that would be really fun, a great concept to add to the game. I think a lot of us have kind of been asking for it for a while. Do you think that they would have any rewards associated with that? That there'd be any kind of ranking system, or would it kind of just be a for fun, pride kind of thing that you do?
Well, I guess you could add into it. So you'd have one game mode where you could just challenge each other, and that would be the concept of it, that you search for other people and you do a chess style match with each other. But you add events to it where you then do live tournaments or
Got it.
anything.
Okay.
It's endless. It's endless. Once that game mode is into the game, the world is your oyster. You could put so many game modes into that. You could do team up boss battles. There's so much you could do with that. If that game mode and that mechanic was put into the game, you'd have so many game modes that can be put inside. Well, so many events that can be put inside that game mode. It wouldn't be what it is now. It would be so much more fun. And you don't have to have rewards to it. It doesn't have to be rewarding to be good. I think the reward would be that you get to play as much as you like with the stuff that you've got and learn new things, because you're playing against another player and you could use a team that isn't the arena meta, but the kind of like PvP side. So it gives you more options that, you know what, I want to play with this team. I want to try this team. So I'm going to farm resistance. I didn't really have a reason before to farm them, but they're good in this game mode and I get to just use them as much as I like against other players. And you can then boast about it. You'd be like, well, we just had a 1v1. I just beat Warrior, He'll be like, I beat SmithieD, and it'd just be great just to have that. And it would teach so many players how to play the game as well, because they're playing against a live person as well. So once you've done something wrong, it kind of then, it's kind of like it teaches you as you go along, because you're doing a turn-based, you learn from it as well, where you're not really going to learn much from going against the computer that's so random. You could see and learn why this player attacks a certain player. And I think it's so healthy for a game like this, if it wants to be one of the best games around, to have that mechanic in the game.
And yeah, that's really exciting to think about. That's really exciting.